Terrika, I felt so honored and privileged to see this headline from Shakia Taylor. There's nothing wrong with trash talk in women's sports. It's the reactions to it that sometimes turn ugly. And it's just a great read. And I'm not saying that just because she took the time to talk about Brother from Another Ladies First Fridays in this piece, but it's a great read, and we got to mention, and it's really a humbling feeling when you see the work that you do get recognized in that way, but also to see that it's working, because we're not just on here talking about women's sports and women's basketball because it's our job. It's because we're passionate about it. It's because we care about it. But it's also because we want to help grow the game. And in this piece, Shakia talks about being at a bar and someone referencing our conversation from the show on Ladies First Friday. And I can't get over it. I'm just elated at like the fact that this occurred. To sit here and say that no one cares about women's basketball, it's crazy. And, here Shakia is responding to Dawn Montgomery, but can we see Dawn's tweet where Dawn is basically saying, the fact that this occurred at a bar, this is exactly why we are having these conversations. And so I was just so happy. I know you read the piece. Just curious your thoughts about it, Terrika.
Yes, I love the piece, and I am absolutely 120% biased because Shakia is a very good friend of mine. She and I share a love for baseball, which is how we met. So yes, I'm biased with the author, but I'm also biased with the subject matter because obviously I love Brother from Another, and Big Lo, Lauren Dreer, who we have spoken to many times, were also a part of sharing their thoughts and pieces on trash talk and just in general how the game is growing. And so I loved everything about this piece. What I love the most is that it is becoming more and more the norm for women's sports to be a topic of conversation. And the Chicago Tribune had this piece on the front cover of the sports section. And that in itself is also a tribute to how this sport is growing and continues to grow. Now we're heading into women's college basketball season, and I can only see the trajectory going up from here.
Yeah, and I mean, you and I have talked about this, but women's college basketball kind of sparked it this year. I mean, the WNBA has been on the rise, so I don't want to take that from them. But between Caitlin and Angel, who we just saw, Angel Reese, we know in NIL deals, like she's just a moneymaker, right? And they brought so much energy to the game. We know what Dawn and South Carolina has done to this. So the rankings came out recently, and LSU was on top. Iowa was second. Dawn, I felt ranked a little low, but we know these are some of the names that are really helping to move this sport ahead. And I just think the future of women's sports and women's basketball is so bright.
Hey, thank you for watching Brother from Another. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, go ahead and do that now. Don't forget, you can catch us 3 to 4 weekdays on PeacockTV.com and on Sirius XM Channel 85.